YouTube family. What a beautiful day here in H-Town, Texas. I am so happy to be able to get back with you guys again since the last time. Today is March the 15th. March the 15th, Wednesday. I try to time stamp the podcast so they'll correlate with the information that we're giving, and if you ever look at it later, you'll know the time frame we were giving you the information. Have a lot of information to go over with you guys today, but before we get started, as we always do, I want you to smash that bell. What that does is let you know when a new show is coming. Subscribe. Also, I want you to hit that like button, and down below, give me a comment on what you think about today's show or any topic that we may cover. Also, family, what we're doing is, as you can see in the background, we have merchandise that is available for all of the viewers and all of the people that are fans of Sports Talk with Fat Larry. I just recently got orders from Dallas, Texas, and I want to send out a shout to Sam Jones Jr. Thank you so much for getting my word out in Dallas, Texas, my name out in Dallas, Texas, and for ordering t-shirts. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Womack Development Company and Realtor, and Morgan & Associates Dental. Real easy to do, family. Go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. Once again, to be able to get some of the merchandise that you see right here behind me, go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. Email me your name, telephone number, and your size, and I will hit you back, let you know the price. We have hoodies, we have t-shirts, we have different colors, black, white, blue, gray. You let me know what you're interested in and what you want. I will hit you back. One more time, hit me at fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com to order your t-shirt or your hoodie. Also, I want to give out a big shout to someone else that helps my show. I put out a few shows ago about if any of the viewers, I'm having a campaign to have one of my viewers come on and co-host. So we're just about to decide which person we're going to announce to come on. I want to thank Sheila Mays, one of my big time viewers, and always gets my name out in the public. I appreciate you so much. And matter of fact, one of the people that she introduced for the guest host is probably going to be the one that we're going to do, and it's a female. So one more time, we're crossing genders and allowing not just men on sport, but I have some females. I'll never forget, let me give you a little story before I go forward. We were at the Prairie View Texas Southern football game this past year, and I have a campaign every year to go to the TSU and Prairie View game, pack the stands or fill the stands, and it was fill the stands too. And there were a couple of young ladies in line as I was walking up to get in line. They say, "You're Fat Larry, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah. We heard you say fill the stands, and that's what we out here doing, filling the stands." So I am so appreciative of people watching the show. So continue to spread my name and spread the show around. Because one more time, we emphasize HBCUs, not just TSU and the SWAC, but also other schools, as you'll see later on in today's show. So once again, give me a note down below and tell me what you think about the show and the topics. And if you're interested in being a guest host, write that down below, and also email me at fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com so that I can get the individual's name that you're interested in possibly co-hosting the show. So without further ado, let's get into the show, gang. I am so proud of TSU. I had to put my jersey on, not my jersey, but my soccer shirt on today, letting you know that TSU, being an 8th seed at the SWAC Tournament, won the tournament by beating the 1 seed, the number 2 seed, and the number 5 seed at the tournament. So they did not get a pass on any game. So they, if at any year earned a ticket to go to the NCAA playoffs, it was this year because they went through everyone. And so we are so proud of the Tigers. They are on their way today. Today is Wednesday once again, the 15th of March. They play tonight in Dayton, Ohio. They're going to play Fairleigh Dickinson University. I think that we can definitely win this game. And I think we're rolling in the right direction at the right time. It's all about timing, family, and how are the players connecting and understanding where one is going to be when they get the rebound and where the other is going to be to block out and so forth. You can see them coming together. What they've missed during the regular season, other than their point guard, was the cohesiveness, and now you see it. And I feel like they can definitely win the game today against Fairleigh Dickinson University. It's the play-in game for the NCAA championship, and I think that it's going to be come out in our favor. And as the voice of the Tigers always says, we don't have a radio that you're looking at, but put your hands on the radio, put your hands on your cell phone, put your hands on your TV if you're watching this publication podcast on whatever device you might be, and pull these Tigers through today. Now, on that note, let me continue on with the participants from other HBCU schools in the NCAA Tournament and the NAIA Tournament. Let's not forget about them. Okay, so Texas Southern is a three-peat-er. In other words, we've won it 3 times. And Howard University is going to represent the MEAC. It's their first time since 1992 winning their tournament and going to the NCAA. So Howard University, and they had to beat a juggernaut to do it. They beat Norfolk State, who I picked the top black HBCU basketball team this past year, was Norfolk State. We happened to go to Las Vegas to see the HBCU tournament where they had Norfolk State, they had TSU, they had Hampton, and they had one of those called North Carolina A&T. And so it was a tremendous tournament. And looking at that tournament, Norfolk State was the better team at that time, which was the beginning of the year. So teams can, over the course of a year, elevate themselves and get better and better every week. Some gets worse and some gets better. Okay, so we got Howard University. It's going to be in the NCAA. They're going to play Kansas. And Texas Southern, the winner between them and Fairleigh Dickinson, is going to play Purdue. So you know the 16th place is going to always play the first. But that's okay. One more time, you got into the dance, you're getting paid. That's the number one thing these HBCUs want to do. We want to win, but we want to get paid too. Southern University women is going to have a playing game against Sacred Heart. Let me stop there. The upset of the whole tournament last week for the SWAC was Southern University women beating Jackson State University. Jackson State University has a juggernaut also on the women's side. And they beat them to be able to go to the NCAA, and they're going to play Sacred Heart, and that's going to tonight, and that's going to be the winner is going to go against Stanford University, a #1 seed. Norfolk State women also made it to the NCAA. They're going to play a first place team or top rated team, South Carolina State. So South Carolina State is the #1 seed in their division, and Norfolk State women will play them. They don't even have to go into a play-in game, so Norfolk State women will play them. Morgan State, out of the MEAC also, their women will play in the WNIT, Women's NIT, because Norfolk State is going to the NCAA, Morgan State is going to go to the WNIT with the automatic bid. And forgive me, family, the SWAC also has an automatic bid into the WNIT, and that's what Alcorn is going to do. Alcorn is going to represent the SWAC in the in the NIT. And let me see who Alcorn State is going to be playing. Alcorn State is going to be playing North Texas State. They play today on March the 15th at 7 o'clock at North Texas State. The NIT games, you play at the higher seeds home court and you go advance from there. So Alcorn State is playing there. Jackson State women are going to play in the WNIT. They're going to play Memphis in Memphis, Tennessee. They play tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So we're going to have good representation from the HBCUs. We got about 7 schools that are going to be participating in the NCAA on the WNIT, the NIT, the NCAA women, and the NCAA men. Also, now let's go to the NAIA HBCUs. We got Langston University is ranked number 2 in the nation. So you got Langston 26-2. A little FYI for Langston. Langston University was, let me read my notes, was 1-26 last year. Let that sink in, family. Here's a team that was won one game last year. They get a new coach, and that coach's name is Chris Wright. Coach Wright was at Talladega College, where he took them to the playoffs. Talladega College is also a black university. So he got the Langston University his first year and turned them around. In 1 year, they 26-2. They won the Sooner Athletic Conference. They're going to play South Oregon. Okay? Now you got Tougaloo, number 6 in the NAIA. They're going to play Texas A&M, Texarkana. One more time. Tougaloo is 26-1. And now they're NAIA schools, but some of these NAIA schools can play against these Division II schools, just when they have good athletes. Because when Texas Southern won the NAIA, they would beat schools, the D2 also, and D1. So Tougaloo is going to play Texas A&M, Texarkana, sorry. And number 8, one more school, Xavier is in the NAIA playoffs out of Louisiana. Xavier was 19-8. They won the Red River Athletic Conference. And they are going to, we didn't get that information, but I'm going to have it for you before I leave out. But Xavier, Tougaloo, and Langston are going to be in the NAIA playoffs. We want to give our flowers and our compliments to all of these schools, men and women that made the playoffs. And as I always say, family, if you're in the vicinity of one of these games, please go out and support your HBCU. They need all the support that they can get. Now, moving on, we are going to talk about HBCU AllStar game during the March Madness. So a lot of you guys may not know there is going to be here in Houston, Texas, I think the day before or 2 days before the national championship game, they're going to have an HBCU All-Star game during March Madness. It's going to be right here in H-Town, and it's going to be on the beautiful campus of Texas Southern University at the H&P Arena. And there are going to be players from HBCU universities from all over the country. Basically, they're going to be out of the SWAC, the CIAA, the MEAC, the SIAC, and some independent schools. So here we go. They've named the teams in honor of some past and great HBCU players, such as Willis Reed. He has a team. He's not coaching, but they named a team after Willis Reed. We have Dick Barnett, Tennessee State University. Played New York Knicks, championship with New York Knicks. Willis Reed championship with New York Knicks, Grambling State University. And they are going to have teams under their name. Now, to go in further detail on that, the players, let me find it. And yes, family, I'm trying to step up my game. I got a notepad over here after so many people are telling me to put away my pencil and my paper. But I wanted to, HBCU All-Star Game roster. I wanted to make sure that I had all of this, and instead of writing it all down, I got it right here for you guys. There are going to be 24 players, 12 on each team, and they got it. Okay, here we go. Coaching the Dick Barnett team is going to be Kenneth Blakeney, Howard University, head men's basketball coach, and Benji Taylor, Tuskegee University head basketball coach. And the players on that team are going to be Joe Bryan Jr., Norfolk State, a damn good player. I wouldn't be shocked if this guy might not make the leap to the NBA. Chris Bankston, Norfolk State, 6'9" center. They were part of that unit that I saw when we went to Las Vegas that made me think that they had a real good team. Isaiah Burke, Morgan State. Brendan Metley, North Carolina Central. Sam Sessions, Coppin State. Nathaniel Pollard, University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. Demetric Horton, North Carolina A&T. Marcus Goodwin, Hampton University. Junior Clay, Tennessee State. Kerry Richardson, Morehouse College. And we got Alec Bowles from Savannah State. Now, on the other team, the Willis Reed team, we have SWAC, CIAA, and HBC AllStar. We got Cameron Crispin, Grambling State University. Brian Whitley, Southern University. Jordan Carl Nichols, Texas Southern University. John Walker III, Texas Southern University. Sean Dawes Jr., University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Dontrell McQuarter, Alcorn State. Will Douglas, Prairie View A&M. Will Douglas is a fantastic player for the Panthers, Prairie View A&M Panthers. We got Terry Collins, Mississippi Valley State. We got Marcus Garrett, Bethune-Cookman. Robert Osborne, Virginia Union. Terrence Hunter, Whitfield, Virginia State. Corey Williams, Lincoln University out of Pennsylvania. And the coaches for that team is Dante Jackson, Grambling State, and Jay Butler, Virginia Union, head men's basketball coach. So you're going to have some real good players. It's not going to be just some guys that they just got together. These are guys from around the country, and I knew about the name about 8 to 10 of these guys, and those guys are good. So it's going to be worth the price of admission at Texas Southern University on the, hold on, let me get the date. Let me get the date for you guys. April the 2nd in Houston, Texas at 3 p.m. April the 2nd, Houston, Texas at 3 p.m. Please come over and patronize the players. If you're in Houston for business from out of town, or if you live in Houston, patronize these HBCU players by buying a ticket, coming to the game, and cheering them on. Also, some other news in regards to basketball. We want to cover the fact that TSU had 2 players to make the all-SWAC team after the tournament, the all-tournament team, excuse me. And they were P.J. Henry, the guard, MVP again, back-to-back years MVP. Jay Smith, Grambling State University. M. Thompson, Alabama A&M. Ken Evans, Jackson State. And Davion Barnes from Texas Southern. A great accomplishment for those young guys. And both of those guys will be back next year for Texas Southern.
Mr. Womack is the broker and president and CEO of Womack Development Investment Realtors, a private minority-owned full-service commercial and residential real estate brokerage firm. Over the years, he has been known to be a respected community businessman and partner and has received many awards. Now, he sells real estate everywhere, but this specialty is right here in 3rd Ward. This guy can get it taken care of for you.
NBA. And before we get started on that, I want to report on something that occurred this past week that has me kind of like sick at the stomach. Jay Morant, who I think is potentially the face of the NBA, if he can just keep himself clean, his nose clean, has gotten into a lot of trouble first of all, guys and girls and women and men, if you have a golden opportunity that comes your way and provides a life-changing alternative for you, please don't mess it up. Please don't mess it up. Jay Morant is in the process. I think he's one step away from a $200 million contract. I feel he's going to eventually get it. But he's making it hard for the team to give it to him because now they're going to get backlash from the general public about why are you making this guy the face of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA when he's showing guns. He's sitting around with a gun all up under him on Twitter. And I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And he is now currently supposedly in Florida receiving counseling to try to get himself together. And my thing is that just don't believe the hype about you have to be gangster. You don't have to be gangster. You know, just be who you are. You were a nice young man, very, very skilled professional basketball player. You had basically everyone in the NBA community behind you. And I say had, he probably still does, because he still has my backing. And my producer and I were talking just a moment ago, everybody deserves a second chance. And I don't think he's burned any bridges, but I'm just praying that he gets himself together and plays basketball, okay? You know, these strip clubs, I don't understand it. I understand the strip club, don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid. But I just don't see the point in going and spending $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 at a strip club. And I definitely don't see the point in going there and ruining your career. Okay, so Jay Morant is seeking counseling in Florida. And down below, once again, tell me what your thoughts are on it. Do you think that, hey, it was just a one-time slip up? You think the kid is going to be all right? Because I think so. Let me know what your thoughts are down below the page. Give me a comment. Also, he's only 23, so you know, you can at 23 you can be young and dumb, and that's basically what he just did. Something that was done. So in basketball, we're going to go back now to the elite top teams in the NBA. In the West, we got Denver, Memphis, Sacramento, and Phoenix. Bringing up the last four, the rear, Golden State, Clippers, T-Wolves, and OKC. I don't generally give out the top 10, but I'm going to do it because my Lakers are number 9, and they got a chance to get into the play-in. So I'm saying the Lakers and 3 other teams have an opportunity. On the East, you have the Bucks, the Celtics, the 76ers, and the Cavs. Top 4 teams. You have the Knicks, the Nets, the Heat, and the Hawks. The top 8. Top 8 makes the playoffs, but they have a play-in now. And these play-in teams will play the top team out of the division. So you got the Raptors plus 3 other teams are trying to get into the play-in. I had Denver and Phoenix fighting for the West until Durant got hurt. You talking about bad luck. The guy's in the warm-up line, pre-game warm-ups, and gets injured. God, Phoenix, I know you're snake bitten. But anyway, if he can get back in time to play about 4 or 5 more games, I think Phoenix is going to be hard to deal with. But as it stands now, I got Denver and I got Memphis and Sacramento being real tough. And then you got in the East, one more time, I got the Bucks and the Celtics, and I'm gonna throw the 76ers in there, and that's it. I think out of those 3 teams, the winner from the East is gonna come out of there. And I got Embiid will probably be the MVP, even though the Djokovic, he's had a fantastic year again with Denver, but they're probably gonna give it to Embiid this time. Now, NFL, real quick. Maybe you've heard about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers with Green Bay Packers may soon be a New York Jet. Hey, it's possible. I think today, once again, my producer and I were talking, and I think today he has said that he's willing to go to the Jets. I don't know why he wouldn't. They got a nice young team, a nice defensive-minded team. They got talent. They just got a tight end, prototypical tight end from the Oakland Raiders, Waller. So Aaron Rodgers has said, yeah, he's willing to go to the Jets. Now, if that'll happen or not, I don't know. But that's one thing that's happening on the NFL scene. And then you got the Saints have taken Derek Carr from the Raiders. There are other changes made, but these are the 2 big changes in the NFL that I wanted to go over. And that's Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr from the Saints going over there. Now, in regards to one little tidbit on my Astros, Yuli, who has been a fan favorite for the last 4 or 5 years, got traded to the Miami Marlins. And they did that because they got this kid from Chicago White Sox. He's a bomber, about 6'2" or 6'3". I mean, he hits bombs when he hit them. So they got a definite another home run threat at first base. And so his name evades me. I thought I wrote it down. Ariba. I'll get it before we leave out. He's going to be the new first baseman for the Houston Astros. Now, what I want to do is talk about, I saved this for last, but one last thing about HBCU basketball. And Division II Coach of the Year went to Jay Butler, Virginia Union. That's not for the MEAC or the SIAC. That's for Division II. This guy is Coach of the Year. For Coach of the Year in Division I, NAIA Division I, Kenneth Blakeney Howard. He was the Coach of the Year. Player of the Year is Joe Bryant Jr., Norfolk State. One more time, I'm thinking this guy has the potential to go to the next level from Norfolk State. And you have Division II Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, Robert Osborne, Virginia Union. Without further ado, running out of time, we're going to talk about the TSU Relays. I saved them for last because I want to try to pump up the TSU Relays because I remember back in the day, you had to get your ticket early to go to the TSU Relays because you were going to see something fantastic there. And you can still do that. Make sure that you patronize TSU Relays this weekend, the 17th and the 18th, by purchasing a ticket and going over to Durley Stadium on the campus, the beautiful campus of Texas Southern University. And you're going to have the TSU Relays there. And what we're going to try to do is get a couple of past outstanding performers from the relays for the next show. And I think that's a possibility. And so what we want to do is thank everybody for tuning in and let me update you on the current affairs of the HBCU landscape. And I want to ask you guys again to hit that like button, subscribe button, smash that bell so you'll be notified. Write a message down below. purchase some of this beautiful merchandise from us. Go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. We got hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got them different colors. Tell me your name, your telephone number, and your size, and what color, and we'll contact you and let you know. And one more time, I want to thank Sam Jones Jr. in Dallas for passing the word on about my show and ordering t-shirts. Here at Sports Talk, we have been affected by cancer. We are the official sponsors for Pretty Girls with Cancer, a 501c3 nonprofit focusing on helping cancer survivors and caregivers through wellness and therapeutic services to empower them on their mental health. Please support them. They made 10 years this year, and they have a 10 for $10 campaign. You donate $10 and then tell 10 people. Follow them on social media, Instagram and Facebook, Pretty Girls with Cancer. Down below is a link for you to contact them in regards to donation. And so with that said, I want to thank everybody again for watching the show, and make sure you tune in again in a couple of weeks for the next show. Peace out.